It's the price the rest of us pay for racism and bigotry. We don't want you leaving. Stay. We miss you. Talk about what most recently took you out of the country, which was this very exciting film, the first Palestinian film by a female Palestinian director, gave you the chance, ironically, to spend more time in your homeland of origin than you ever have.
Yeah, I got to spend 3 months in the West Bank. You know, even as an American, as anyone, you have to get a 3-month visa to enter the West Bank from the Israeli government. And I'd always been denied 3 months. I'd been given 2 weeks or a month, and it's really at the discretion of the border guard. And I got 3 months last year to work on a film, Melih Had al-Bahar, Salt of the Sea. Anne-Marie Jasser directed it, but also wrote it. And I'm not an actor. I was never interested in acting. I hope I do justice to the idea of this film.
We're going to play a clip of Salt of the Sea, and I guess I'll set it up by saying this is the portion where Suheir's character, Soraya, goes to stay with an Israeli woman who's now living in what was once her grandfather's house.
This is my home. It was stolen from my family. So it's for me to decide if you can stay. And you can.
Are you serious?
My father should have been raised in this house, not in a fucking camp.
You want to speak about history, the past. Let's forget it.
Your past is my everyday. My right now. This is not your home.
It is now.
You can stay. If you admit all of this is stolen.
I can stay? This was your grandfather's home. They left.
They were forced to.
بنت الحلال هدي شوي.
They didn't want to leave. My grandfather laid down this floor. What does that mean to you?
She's crazy. I'm extending a hand to you. I invited you to stay. I'm being friendly.
Our windows, our doors, our fucking house. Admit it.
Get out of my house.
Recognize it.
To you, Suheir, I think you did a fabulous job.
Thank you. We shot that scene in a home in Jaffa that was a Palestinian home originally. Every home in that neighborhood had a pedigree of Palestinian ownership. Shelley, the Israeli actress, with me in that scene, we both felt so many things in every shot, and I just really thought the entire, as a poet, you think of that you want to communicate, and I'm all speechless.
We made Suheir Hammad speechless.
That you want to, communicate an emotion, communicate a moment, and so for both of us as an Israeli and as a Palestinian, with ties to America in different ways, right? She has American family, I'm from here. We just really opened up our hearts to each other, and after every one of the shots, we would just check in with each other. And because of the support that we gave each other as women, and Anne-Marie's support there, the female gaze kind of on this moment, there is a sense of some type of transformation in the acknowledgement, in the confrontation. There is transformation in confrontation when it's real and we're all vulnerable and we're all hurt. Soraya leaves that home without a home.
That's your character.
So the idea of how to, that's a very, that scene is the only scene like it in the whole film. So I really hope that people get to see what leads up to it and what happens afterwards. And I'm really excited. I'm from Brooklyn. Soraya's from Sunset Park, like I'm from. And I'm just really excited for the film to come to the States.
When will it come? When can we see it here?
We're hoping it'll come early next year. We're hoping that the festivals in the States, look at Cannes and the London Film Festival and Dubai and the other festivals who have accepted us, who've put us in official competition and who've given us official selection. And I can't see why they wouldn't bring our film since everyone else has. So I'm really looking forward to
Salt of the Sea. Well, we look forward to having you back when it comes to the U.S., and good luck with that. Before we let you go, you talked about some kind of transformation coming out of brokenness. Breaking Poems is the title of your new book. You're doing something new in this book having to do with Arabic, having to do with introducing us, the English speakers, to a new language. Just quickly tell us what was your project here, or what turned out to be your project.
You know,
I want you to read something.
I remember the first poem, the first lines that came to me. This is in New York City. We are New York City people. On 23rd Street, I was walking down the street. The Israeli bombardment of Lebanon had started, and I just couldn't get words around what I felt. And I felt broken. I felt let down. I felt disillusioned. I felt hopeful. And I kept trying to use the English language to fit all of these different, like, fissures almost. And after years, you know, I grew up in a Puerto Rican neighborhood. I heard Spanish all my life. After years of living here and traveling, the languages stopped, like, respecting the borders. The languages started to travel freely, and for me, this book is the first book I've ever written that came as a series, and it is as transparent an entry into my mind as a poet's heart as anything I've done before.
Oh, well, I would be tremendously honored on behalf of all the GRITtv viewers if you would read something.
I want to read, I'll read this poem. Every poem in the book is called Break. And this one is called Break, Memories Don't Live Like People Do, which is from a kind of dance hall reggae song, too. And this poem was started while I was working on the film. So, Ramallah rooster, outside, hot rock, hard times, threw up too much. Everything beautiful were occupied. Terra amped, wired, bound, hawked, spread, regal, bearing Taj, exploding cinnamon sticks were fire. Next translocation, Transjordan. Borders, passes were ports, transliterated Arabic, illiterate, scripted, heavy-crested, embroidered, stitched, steady tested. Don't tell me you know this lonely. Gather brother, missing husband, remember father, birth, dreaming, preset, rewind, pre-crime. Was there ever a peace? Was Habibi ever here? Were my people ever free? Was there a way out of this forever? Was a mustard seed my faith? Yellow canary in gold skirt, shift mind. It was always a regular day, a normal day, a ordinary day, when I stopped to think, a clear sky before.
Can I ask for one more?
Oh, yeah?
That being graded.
Yeah. I'll give you this one, which I wrote for Mahmoud Darwish. It's a small one.
Mahmoud Darwish, the great Palestinian poet who passed away earlier this year.
Yes. And I was, you know, I don't read Arabic. I'm learning how to read Arabic. I wanted to do something very small that people could remember. This one uses Arabic words. It's called Break Me. And in my language, always broken, always lost. And in my language, well, I miss my people.
Suheir Hammad's book, Breaking Poems, is just out. You can get more information about it at our website. I'm so happy it brought you to our studios. Congratulations on the film. I'll see you again very soon. You're watching GRITtv. We'll be back with more.